Hey, what's up everyone? This is Silver Slayer and welcome to your daily silver stacking video. Thank you for tuning in. Now listen, two of you lucky stackers tonight are going to be winning some silver. 9 p.m. Eastern Standard is my 48,000 subscriber silver giveaway. That also means if you haven't entered yet, you're probably gonna miss your chance, or you will unless you click subscribe. Go in the description. That's the entry video. May the luckiest stacker win. Now, when I say $100 silver is coming soon, it doesn't mean spot price is going to be $100. It means that's how much we'll have to pay for a physical ounce. Let me show you a chart real quick. In 2008, silver spot price was $9, but to buy a physical American Eagle was $16. That is an 80% premium. And remember what happened in 2008 credit/financial crisis. $1 billion stimulus led to $50 silver in 2011. Very similar situation to what's happening today, right? Credit financial crisis, $1 trillion stimulus, recession/depression, plus we have a very serious global situation on our hands. So if we saw 80% premiums, then what do you think is going to happen moving forwards as we see a massive silver shortage to a much greater degree than back then? See, back then, you could say that silver was $16 an ounce because that's what you were paying for it. Spot price is $9, but if you can't buy an ounce for $9, then is that really the price of an ounce of silver? The physical bullion price versus spot price is detached, and that is because silver is scarce. Now, when we're looking at silver prices moving forwards, we could say $100 silver by 2023. That doesn't mean spot price is going to be $100, but that means if we want to buy a physical ounce of silver, we have to pay $100. See, people automatically peg silver's price to spot price, but it's irrelevant. No matter who says that 1 ounce coin is worth what is irrelevant, because the coin's value is the metal inside of it, not the spot price attached to it. See, silver is timeless. It's like putting your money in a time capsule. And what I'm about to share with you is a perfect example to that statement. Back in the day, 50 cents could get you a gallon of gas, right? 50 cents could get you a gallon of gas. So I could take a Walking Liberty $50 and get myself a gallon of gas. Well, that same Walking Liberty $50 could get me a gallon of gas today. See, if I had that coin, that one coin, that 50-cent piece in my pocket back in the day, and I somehow went into a time warp and ended up in today's time, I could still get a gallon of gas with that same coin. Nothing changed. All I had was that Walking Liberty to my name. And from back in the day, I could have bought a gallon of gas and transported or evaporated in today's date right now, and I could still get a gallon of gas. You want to know how? Back in the day, that 50-cent Walking Liberty could get you a gallon of gas at face value, because that's 50 cents. Well, nowadays, that Walking Liberty that I found in my pocket, I could walk to the coin shop, sell for $10, and get myself a gallon of gas. Silver is timeless. Back in the day, it was a face value, and nowadays, it's the metal content inside of it. But regardless, no matter what the price is of silver, whatever, that one coin could still get my needs of that gallon of gas. It's timeless. For 5,000 years, silver has been deemed as money, even before gold. And actually, our money, US dollars, was backed by silver. Silver was the first original money. When we are looking at silver prices, we have to take a look at the bigger picture, step outside of ourselves, because yes, there is a lot to get distracted with. There's so much news, so much fear, uncertainty, doubt, worrying. Price is low, price is high. Wall Street, silver, FOMC meetings, Federal Chairman Jerome Powell talking about interest rates, $1 trillion stimulus mixed in with this virus and the vaccinations and everything, so on and so forth. But you know what? 1 ounce of silver is still going to have 1 ounce of silver inside of it, and that can't be taken away. That can't be taken away. And imagine silver's price in like 100 years, in 500 years, right? We always think about in the next 10, 20 years what silver's price is going to be. Think about in like 50 years. Think about in like 100 years what silver's value would be. We know it's still going to be valuable. The dollar might last 20, 30 years tops, and that is being extremely lenient. But we know it's not going to last forever. Every fiat-based system has collapsed during time. It only lasts around 100 years. Every single fiat-based system throughout history only lasts a little over 100 years. Every single one. That's why you see like the Zimbabwe $1 trillion bill. In other countries, their money is so worthless. They carry their money in trash bags. They weigh their money on scales because their money is so worthless. Let me show you a couple of pictures. It's like the US dollar having the purchasing power of 5 cents. So to go to the grocery store and to buy something for, let's say, $7, you have to hand over hundreds of these bills. Hundreds and hundreds. That's why they just weigh their money on scales and carry them in trash bags around. And this isn't, this isn't some type of exaggeration. This is real. This is third world countries. And guess what? The United States is headed in the same direction. It's just going to take us a little longer to get there because we're wealthier. And you want to know the only reason we're wealthier is because we own the most gold. The only reason the United States is the richest country in the world is because we own the most gold. So think about that. Think about that. We are comparing a country to country's wealth by how much gold they have, not how much money they have. So let's put that in person-to-person terms. You're telling me that even if the guy sitting across the table from you has $500,000 in his bank account, the person that has a couple ounces of gold in their pocket is actually considered wealthier. And yes, and that's because money is nothing. The only reason dollars were created is to be a certificate to turn in for gold, a promise. And now it's not backed by that, so it's a worthless promise. See what I'm saying? See what we're saying? I mean, when we're looking at gold and silver, you can't even try. You can't even try to $10 trillion. Look at this, $10 trillion bill. I mean, that's insane, right? It's insane. So when I say this stuff, I'm not making it up. This is what happens in third world countries, and a starving billionaire. and this is, we aren't invincible to this. It's all headed the same direction. It all is. If you hold a $20 bill in your left hand and hold a 1 ounce silver coin in your right hand, you can definitely tell which has value. If you hold a $100 bill in your left hand and hold a 1 ounce silver coin in your right hand, you could definitely tell which is more valuable. So yes, silver will hit $100. I'm not being a silver pumper. I'm not trying to mislead you. Spot price is not going to reach $100 tomorrow, not next week, not next month, not even next year. And anyone that's telling you differently, don't listen to them. Because that is just unrealistic unless something insane happens, which we already had happen, and that still didn't push silver to $100. If silver was ever going to reach all-time highs, right now would be the time, though. If you want to talk about crazy silver prices, we're living in crazy times, but it is being suppressed. You want to talk about price manipulation, spoofing, placing false buy orders on these exchanges, canceling the order before it goes through. You want to talk about them throwing trillions of dollars to suppress the prices of silver and gold, and also throwing trillions of dollars into stocks and trying to boost them up But guess what? Silver was still the number one performing asset of 2020. Still was. And you can't debate that. Numbers don't lie. So the whole point of this video, the moral of the story, is $100 silver is coming sooner than people realize, but it's not going to be spot price that pushes silver to $100 first. When we're paying $100 for a physical ounce of silver, spot price might be $70 or $80, maybe even less, but that's irrelevant because we are going to have to pay $100 for that ounce. And that's because silver's scarce. If you don't believe that silver is scarce, that there's a silver shortage, then tell me why these premiums are so high. Tell me why spot price is $23 right now, but if I wanted to buy a generic 1 ounce round, I have to pay $30+. Look, I'll show you. So the silver ask price is $24.10. $24.10, right? Now let's see if I wanted to buy, let's say, a generic round, because that is the closest to spot price we can get, right? Let's see a generic round. What is just the most generic round? Let's do the Sunshine Mint. So if I wanted to buy the most generic round I can, closest to spot price, I have to pay nearly $30, $29.68 when spot price is $24. So which is the actual price of silver? If you have to pay $30 for an ounce of silver, and that is, you have to buy at least $100 worth without, to get free shipping, then what's the real price? Or you have to actually pay $200 to get free shipping. $200 to get free shipping, or not. If not, you're going to have to pay a lot more than $29.68. So which is the real price of silver? Is this price even relevant? Because we're not paying this price, we're paying this price. Think about it. And think about, as silver becomes more scarce, how much bigger the gap is going to be. The United States Mint came out and said there's a silver shortage. They admitted it. U.S. former Mint director came out. I showed the video on my channel. He admitted it. It's getting harder and harder to find silver. And that's just with making 1 ounce American Eagles, which there's a limited supply, limited mintage numbers. But imagine when we're looking at solar panels, electric vehicles, if they're already having a hard time making coins. Imagine, especially moving forward, how big the solar panel industry is, because silver's in photovoltaics, PV cells. What's going to happen if we don't have enough silver to make those solar panels? What's going to happen if we can't make the newest, latest Tesla? Yes, the price will be skyrocketed, but have you ever thought about what the consequences would be afterwards? Our brain always stops at, oh yeah, silver's going to be $100 because there's going to be a shortage and they won't. But what's going to happen? They have to get the silver from somewhere. Yes, we'll all be rich, we'll all be wealthy, but what is the world going to be like? What would the government do? What extreme drastic measures would they do to make sure that the newest, latest iPhone comes out? To make sure that the newest, latest Tesla model comes out? Well, the last time that happened, they banned silver because the Hunt brothers owned 77% of the global silver supply, and they banned it and made everyone sell it. You couldn't buy silver on the COMEX. You couldn't buy silver. You had to sell it. The last time the government did this with gold, right? I mean, this happened probably 15 different times throughout history, and not just in the United States, where they confiscated your gold. Executive Order 61 or 1608 or something like that. They literally say that you have to turn in your gold, or you could spend 10 years in prison or pay a $10,000 fine. And back in the 30s, that's probably around $100,000+ today. You had to. And that's because they needed gold, since America's only wealthy because we're backed by gold. It's just interesting to think about moving forwards what this situation is going to play out to be. I mean, the possibilities are endless. There's definitely a lot of different scenarios, but I could tell you one thing, that silver is definitely going to rise. Silver stackers always get the last laugh, and there's a reason why my name is Silver Slayer, not Gold Slayer. So anyways, I'm going to wrap this video up here. Make sure that you subscribe, click the bell, go in the description. That's the entry video. Make sure you enter, because 9 p.m. Eastern Standard, which is in a couple hours from today, well, later tonight, we're going to do the giveaway announcement video, and 2 of you are going to be winning some silver. Anyways, I'm going to wrap this video up here. Thanks for tuning in. This was Silver Slayer. I'll see you guys soon. Peace.